Now here's something interesting about an Attex. You'll see that the frame bends on them. When you come off of a jump, the front wheels are usually the first to hit and it bends the frame inwards. See, that axle is not bent, it is the entire frame itself. Same with that side. So if you go back, people pay a lot of money for that much camber on their Civics. So the one thing that you can do to, if you're going to build a racer from the ground up, what you want to do is make some bracing that goes along the front here, gusset it and just reinforce it in general. You can see mine has been breaking right about there in the frame. It's cracked there and it's cracked on the other side as well. So that is the main area where it will go wrong. So definitely check that out when you're building your own machine. But the stance itself isn't too bad. Eventually it'll start rubbing up through the tub here. So the reason why these never want to come apart is because the sprockets are held on by this little keyway, and when you're trying to pull the axle out, the sprocket's still stuck on the axle. It doesn't want to move at all. It's got to slide between this and the axle perfectly. So what I've always done is I don't paint the axles, because when you paint them, it tightens up the tolerances and then the thing won't slide off. So you just make sure the axle is not painted when you put it in the machine. If it is already in the machine and painted, you can sit there and wire wheel it from back there. And then what happens is, get your sprocket on there. So when you're trying to pull the axle out, this is what's giving you resistance. So when we're using the hydraulic cylinders, it helps to push the sprocket off of there, and then it pops right off. So always make sure this is never painted, axle is not painted. Alright, the next thing that I've done now that I got the axles out is I put them on this block of wood and then I wire wheeled them completely so it'll make the bearings slide off, because 99% of the time when you bend an axle, it's right where the bearing's at on the frame. There's a better view. So by doing this, check that out. That's gonna press off super easy.